There are a lot of reasons that Sabbath and other practices like it can be hard for us to take on and make a regular rhythm in our lives. Unlike some Christian habits such as attending worship services, a quick prayer, or even reading the Bible, we can't easily fit a full day of rest into our schedules. It takes intentionality and an embodied trust in God's provision for us. As Christians, we often say that we have trust and faith in God, but don't act in accordance with that declaration. Let me share with you a story from the Old Testament book of Judges that shows us that God is perfectly aware that this is our tendency. In this story, God is raising up people called judges to look over his people Israel. One judge was a man named Gideon. God sent him to fight a giant army of Midianites. Before God sends Gideon, he says, "You have too many men. I cannot deliver Midian into their hands, or Israel would boast against me. My own strength has saved me." Basically, God knew that Israel wouldn't see him working if they could take the credit themselves. So God cut their army by half, and again down to just 3%, so there could be no mistaking who won the battle. Do you think you could see where God is working in your life? I know for myself, when I'm pushing so hard all week long, checking everything off my to-do list, never taking a break, I'm quick to take the credit. Sabbath offers us a chance to cut our own army down and see what God is doing. When we stop working beyond our intended 6 days, we can see with so much more clarity where God picks up our slack, where he offers us rest, where he tells us that it wasn't that important anyway. Don't get me wrong, this is really uncomfortable. For most of us, we say that we trust God with our mouths, but our hearts and actions don't allow it to take root. Sabbath rest allows us to cease work and productivity and physically embody trust that he will provide for our shortcomings, that God holds all things together, not us. And while it's hard, it is also such a freeing feeling.